very important to have a smart CPA who works on your side to manage your tax and financial matters. You need someone to represent you to deal with Canada Revenue Agency, banks, financial institutions, or government. You need someone who can keep you updated on recent tax laws, government benefits, and various funding options available to you. At Balbir CPA Advice Center, we work for you to grow your business and build your wealth. We serve our clients all over Canada with our robust cloud tools. Download our iPhone and Android mobile app to get updated information about tax, benefits, and business opportunities. Visit www.cpaadvicecenter.ca or call 888-729-1860. You would love dealing with a modern accounting firm.
हाय दिस इज आरजे कृति।
हाय दिस इज आरजे सौम्या।
इस हफ्ते 90s के किस्सों में हम आपके लिए लाए हैं 90s का चटपटा खाना।
तो
हाय दिस इज आरजे कृति
पॉडकास्ट को हमारे ऐप और वेबसाइट के थ्रू सिर्फ रेडियो ढिशुम पर।
Vanakkam, Namaste, Namaskar. Welcome to Sanskruthi, My Culture, My Identity. This show is brought to you by Abhinaya School of Dance. On this episode of Sanskruthi, we will understand more about Hindustani music with Vidvan Vinayaka Hegde. If you have any question on Hindustani music, please feel free to drop a comment. Vinayaka Hegde will definitely try to answer that. So, Vinayaka Hegde, welcome to the show.
Namaste. Thank you. Thanks for inviting me on this show.
My pleasure. Before I would the show, I will just brief of internet problem. There is a lot of connectivity issue going on. It's dropping and it's getting connected and dropping. So please bear with us today.
Yeah, no problem.
Vinayak Hegde is established Hindustani classical vocal artist in Toronto, involved in composing, educating students, organizing concert through Sangeet Bharati Music Academy. He received initial training at home by his father, late Govind Hegde, and elder brother and sisters. He received training in vocal music, harmonium, tabla, flute, and various aspects of traditional theatre art Yakshagana. He later continued in the advanced studies with Pandit Narendra Datar ji, correct? Did I pronounce that name correct? Okay.
Narendra Datta.
In Toronto for 10 years after moving to Canada. He pursued Sangeet Visharth from Akhil Bharat Gandharva Mahavidyalay, continuing for the love for the learning. He received guidance from his eldest brother and Guru Pandit Parameshwar Hegde. His concert performances have been well received and appreciated by music lovers in Canada, USA, and India. Multifaceted artist Vinayak Hegde has been active contributor in teaching classical music, conducting symphonies, composing, directing Canadian and American Youth for Symphony, organizing music concert, performing in theatral and yakshagana. Are the few of his favorite musical activities. He has composed music and playback singing into Indo-Canadian English film called Not. Yes, I have. It was a very hit movie within Canada. We really enjoyed it. It was released in India and Canada. Vinayak Hegde has composed and sung and produced devotional album Samparn in Kannada, Marathi, and Hindi languages, and involved in serving through the several social media and the musical projects in hand. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Thanks for including me for this show. It's my pleasure.
It's a great pleasure to have you on the show. It's very handful of talented people are there in G to get the best among them. It's our pleasure.
Thank Thank you. Thank you.
So how is the lockdown has been? Must be
Oh,
very
it's
tedious in terms of handling the classes and organizing event.
it's been a mixed experience for me, actually, as far as I'm concerned. So it's of course, uh, lots of live performances have been deprived of the pandemic. So it's it's a hit for, I mean, we all are taking on us, actually. And in other way, like, lot of people are pursuing music. That's what I see. And it's been a lot of uh, online performances are going on as a substitute to the live performances. That's what is happening in the pandemic. So, which is at sometimes it is blessings in disguise. The places where I couldn't have been reached out, I could reach out to those places, those people, and those amazing organizations. That was a plus point for me. Yes, the live performances we could not host, we could not perform. That's another thing. Yeah, it's
Uh,
been mixed.
so you conduct classes as well. You teach Hindustani music as well.
I
So how was that? You shifted completely online, or how difficult was it to teach kids music online?
it's actually, to be honest, Sushmita ji, it's like I have been practicing online teaching last 10 years.
Okay.
And of course, because of these technologies, like, it has been enhanced now. The teaching has become much more easier, and the quality of the technology has been now improved. So all those things are advantages on my part. Otherwise, like, I live in a suburb area than Toronto. So, like, people don't like to travel to my place because it's little too far. So I have been teaching them, even though they live in Toronto, Greater Toronto area, but I have been teaching them online for quite some time. And then I was used to it, and then it has become like, yeah, as I said, a lot of people have taken up the learning, because it saves them
It's,
the everybody is working from home. They have more time to spend on, like, positive things like this, music and arts. And traveling time is saved. They want to make use of those traveling time
yes.
in so people have been more enthusiastic in learning the music. That's one positive thing I have been, yeah, experiencing it.
Good, good. I mean, it's always fun to be connected even during the lockdown, especially for the teachers to continue their teaching. It's one good thing, but at the same time, for me, it was very difficult teaching online. I never enjoyed it. I never enjoyed it. I was just waiting for things to open up, but yeah, finally, thing hopefully it gets back to normal.
It is, I can understand that. Yeah.
So, can you tell us and our audience how was your role of music in your early years of life?
So it's a kind of like, it's a beautiful thing. Like, we never realized we have been going in this path knowingly. We never have been introduced formally. It was a part and parcel of our life right through this childhood, actually. So, because my father was into the theatrical art of Yakshagana bit and drama and theatrical drama, and then he used to act and direct and then sing. So that was his wish to teach his kids when music. So he my elder brothers and sisters, there's a lot of age difference between us. Like, I have taken my elder brother as my, I mean, lessons from him, and accepted him as a guru, actually. So that's one part too. Like, my elder sisters, they have been learning. And then when we were small, the music used to go on in at home. Like, there used to be always people at home. Somebody would come from Dharwad or places, and then come and sing, keep singing right in the morning. Right, they would start singing. Somebody would be accompanying them. It would go on like we used to. So music was on us all.
It's part and parcel of your life.
It was. So we never got introduced to it in a formal way of doing that. So it was been, and
Okay.
then we used to play, and we used to play what play the music.
Okay.
It used to be like play the music, sing the music. I mean, play the instruments, learn the instruments by ourselves. Like all siblings, we used to play with the instruments. Harmonium was there. It was open to us, to accessible to us to use it, play it. I mean, we were playing the tabla, harmonium, and then we used to sing with us. That was kind of like, though my father was he had gurujis coming and teaching my eldest brothers and sisters, but we were learning from the lineage of our brothers and sisters all the time. Like it was kind of all the time happening to us. Like
So, yet, was there any point in time it really inspired you to, go ahead with the music, or does it ever occur like, okay, I'm surrounded with music, no, I don't want this? Or was there any point of time you said like, no, this is what I want in my life?
I always wanted to be in the music or with the music. Like I would put it that way. Music was my love and passion all the time. I somehow, I don't know, I didn't know what I wanted to do in music in the childhood, but I had a lot of interest to the instruments, a lot of interest to the vocal, because my elder brother Pandit Gopal Krishna Hegde, he's an excellent tabla player. So then he's the only person who is playing tabla in our family. So I used to watch him and learn from him tips, and then I used to play tabla. And somehow I picked up interest for the flute. I didn't know where it came from, but I heard Pandit Chaurasiya ji, Harit Prasad Chaurasiya ji sometime, and one of our family friend used to play beautiful flute, and then that bansuri sound, it's so addicting. So I picked up the flute. Of course, my grandmother used to hide the flute from me because those initial stages used to make lots of noise, right? So it is never perfect. She could not take it like, oh, he's playing all nonsense, because when other siblings are singing so nicely, I would
Yes,
use that instrument for making noise. I mean, that was annoying everybody sometimes. But yeah, I used to still wanted to play. I learned on my own for some time, then some basics by my siblings and tips like that. I again, like harmonium was there, tabla was there, and one of the harmonium maker used to live with us in the home for some time. He used to make the harmonium. He made the mridanga. He made all those things. Like, so making the instruments was happening sometime in those childhood times. Like,
okay.
he made a violin by himself. Like he made a violin, and then he said that I tried. I was not able to do it. Then he recognized the interest of mine, and then he made the frets, everything, the bridges, everything, and he made them as a mandolin kind of thing.
Okay. Okay.
I wanted to play them as picked up, but again, it is all fun for him. And then these are all the childhood experience. Like music was like kind of, it was always the part of. We are fortunate that way that it's been so vocal was there, instrument was there. So I didn't know quite like which direction I wanted to go. I was in love with the music. That's all I could say from the childhood.
Actually, my Dodama, that's my mom's eldest sister. She had done her BA in music, Carnatic music, but she would use harmonium as a Shruti box instead of tampura. So I would wonder, so like, why everyone uses, tampura? Why harmonium? She said, like, this is the perfect instrument if you have to catch a Shruti. it's better than tampura. I would never understand. Back then I was very small. So she would play harmonium and she would sing. So
Oh,
now
nice.
I realize the value of that now after listening it from you.
Oh, yeah.
Back then it used to be like, oh, Dodama, please stop it. I don't want to listen to this. But when I see you telling it with full passion, I feel like, did I really miss out something in my life?
It's a beautiful instrument. Of course, the harmonium is it's a part of most of the Hindustani classical music. It's yeah.
So you are from artistic family. So tell us more about your father is your guru. So tell us more about them.
As I said, like my father used to be very strict. I mean, those childhood times are like yes, I picked up on certain times. He wanted me to pick up on. He made him as like mridanga. In Yakshagana we call madale.
Madale, huh?
He made that madala and then he wanted to teach me that, and then he thought, okay, I can learn something with that, so he started teaching me that in yakshagana. So like I started learning that too, like. So he used to be very strict in his like, so it would upset him, like if nobody is practicing that. And also practice sometimes, like, yeah, it was forced on us sometimes, like, yeah, we realized like it was forceful at times, like, yeah. Being kids, like, yeah, we would like to take it easy and then run around. We want to have fun all the time. That was not the case, but yeah, even yeah, it was at times. And I never thought like I uh, wanted to be something in that field, or like, but again, music has got plus and minus both, like in those days, my brothers, sisters, they pursued the music, but music was not that easy for them to pursue as a full-time career too, like it was. I mean, if one has to become a full-time musician, they have to go through the hardships. Every artist goes through the hardships. And uh, that's one drawback, like I was told to, if you take up the full-time music, see, you have to go through all those hardships, and you decide, like, if you seem to be good in studies, then why don't you go to the technical side? And then I was asked to, okay, do this as your main career, so then pick up the career first, and then if it happens, then pursue music. Then I was kind of convinced too. Then uh, the little bit of childhood, and then my teenage, and that's it. I got the initial training, and then yeah, further it was kind of I faced a dead halt in the career too. I mean,
Okay.
music career too. I was hit the dead halt, like I was not doing anything in the music for some time.
So how was that period? Must be really devastating. You couldn't have like what was it?
I was kind of like I was listening to the music, but I was not singing. Teenage, for the boys, of course, the voice breaks and all those things had to happen. So I hated my own voice. I didn't want to sing. So and again, the circumstances was where like they were not pro musical, because I was going into the technical field of earning my bread and livelihood in the technical field. So I was going in that way. And yeah, I wanted to, because I was a big family, so I wanted to be that. Make my livelihood, all these things. So it was not much musical then, but I used to listen. I used to listen all the time. As a career, I wanted to go to Pune.
Okay.
I, uh, I wanted to go there,
Mm-hmm.
and well, Pune is a hub. Pune and in Dharwad, these are the places like in Maharashtra and Karnataka, pilgrimage places for like music. All musicians they are. Yeah, Dharwad is hub of amazing artists of Hindustani classical music.
Yes.
And
For instance, Bhimshen Joshi, Gangubai Hanagal, they all are from Hubli Dharwad.
everybody. So even Kumar Gandurji is from Gadag, and Pandit Basura Rajguruji from Dharwad. Everybody, I mean, all Mallikarjun Mansoorji. So all those stalwarts are from Dharwad, Karnataka. At the same
Actually,
time,
they say that if you throw a single stone in Dharwad, it will fall in one of the other artists too.
probably
Everybody's artist there in Hubli and Dharwad. Yes.
it's probably it's not exaggeration. This is the fact actually. Yeah, there are so many learned artists in that area. And yes, my family, Guruji also came from Pandit Chandrasekhar Puranik Matji also came from Dharwad actually. He used to come and live with us and then teach our siblings that time. So initially Pandit Asembat Kattigeji, he was the disciple of Pandit Puranik Matji, and then he used to come and teach our siblings. Like I have not seen them learning because we weren't born that time. Like
Okay.
we are all like 10 siblings, so it has been going through sibling to sibling all the time. So and everybody is into the music.
Okay.
So now everybody is into the music, a bit are majorly, but we are all into music, so in our own capacities. Yeah.
That's really interesting. Um, so, how do you enjoy Hindustani music? Actually, it's very difficult for one to relish Hindustani music. For me, it was very difficult to follow Hindustani music. Everyone in my family enjoyed Hindustani music except me. For me, I would say like I don't understand head or tail in that, like what it is, Hindustani music. And when I first said that in the Kannada Sangha there's going to be Hindustani music, I said like, oh my God, I am not going to enjoy this. And that day, that's the first time I heard you singing Dasara Kritis in Hindustani. I really fell in love with it actually. So other than Pandit Bhimsen Joshi, I've never heard anyone singing Dasara Kriti in Hindustani. That was the next is you. I was like, wow.
Thank
Uh,
you. That's
Ever
a
since
huge
then, I've
compliment.
really started enjoying Hindustani music, started getting an idea how it is, it's how tough it is to sing. So that is how I found, thanks to you, that is how I kind of developed a liking
Thank you.
towards Hindustani.
Thank you. It's how do I interpret Hindustani is like it's any music in that matter to me is a beautiful music, beautiful piece of music. Uh, Actually, Hindustani is like it's called also Khayal Gaiki. Khayal Gaiki is now it's Khayal Gaiki. Before it used to be Drupad and ancient Indian North Indian classical music was a different. Though the Drupad is still going on. Drupad is still a style of singing which is still flourishing, and it used to be a not so much popular. Again, it's picking up the popularity because of some great artists. They came to that. Drupad too. Again, Khayal Gaiki started around like 15th century, around, and it is like lots of creativity in the music. You unleash your own creativity. It's mm, what we call in Carnatic as like manodharma, uh,
Another. Hmm.
uh, which is a beautiful thing. Like, of course, the formal structure, raga, thala. So all those elements are existing in like any formal music there. Hindustani is no different than any classical music. Um, of course, like swara, raga, laya, tala, and chanda, and of course bhava.
Wow.
All these elements are put together. So in it, the music if a music has to happen, so all these things have to be put together. So yeah, we learn the same way of methodical way of like in Carnatic we you learn the varnam, everything. So we learn the same alankar, we call it. So alankar is swara alankar we learn in the beginning stage. So that's what we were doing in the childhood, like everything, our swara alankar, everything we used to sing on our own. Like we used to learn that and then sing on our own. So those things do happen. Then the bandish or geet is being introduced, so in gradual stages. So then it's there are called chota kyal and bada kyal. Bada kyal is a vilambit. Vilambit is a slower tempo and longer cycle time.
Okay.
It takes, and chota kyal is madhyalai or dhrutlai, the faster tempo bandish.
Or the medium tempo. Okay. Huh.
Yeah. So they have been sung for a shorter duration, and but in a faster tempo. The cycle time is very short. So the any tala you take, the cycle time is very short. So these are the things. So chota kyals will be introduced in the initial stage, like mathalai and bit of dhrutalai.
Okay.
And then when a student is able to handle them well, then the Badakyal is being introduced.
Okay, so for a layman understanding, at least who have some knowledge of Carnatic music, for if I have to convert to that language, is it something like learning Gite, then Swarajati and Varna? Is it something like that, or it's completely a different concept?
It is still a different concept, I would say.
Okay.
It is still a different concept because a presentation of Badakyal needs a lot of your own individuality.
Okay. Okay.
Your own creativity. So though the raga structure, raga frame remains the same. So raga remains the same for the chotakyal and badakyal, but the presentation still is varying from chotakyal to badakyal. So badakyal needs a lot of depth, lot of flow, and a lot of nuances being enhanced in very beautifully in there. So badakyal, so which it needs a lot of skill and experience to present it. So that's
Can we just take a look at your video on Vilambit?
Sure.
Badakyal? That was very interesting.
Thank
Really enjoyed it. It must be very difficult to sing.
It needs lots of practice to sing Badakyal, Vilambit Kyal. Like, as I said, like the matras are like Vilambit Ektal. So Ektal is like 12 beats cycle. So, and the cycle time would be like around 30 to 35 seconds. So you need to have that, you need to get used to that cycle time, and you have to practice that Vilambit Lay. So suppose if it is in like Adital 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Yeah.
6, 7, 8, 1. So so you also have in Carnatic like Vilambit too.
Yes.
There is Vilambalai. But in Hindustani, it's like Vilambalai is like that's like either in 16-beat Vilamb or 12 beats Vilamb. They go like sometimes even 30 seconds are, I mean, still they are fast, considered fast. You go further low, like 45 seconds. I mean, it takes like 45 seconds. Your mind cycle have to be tuned to pick up that. We actually, if you have noticed, we actually come to the sum, that is the first matra. And every cycle time, you have to measure in your mind and then come back on first matra every time. So that's the beauty of it. Like you have to elaborate the raga, bring all the melodic as well as technical aspects of presentation and emotions or expressions into the presentation, and alongside you are doing, your mind clock is always clicking and ticking the matras, on which matra constantly it's been checking on which matra I am on.
Okay.
So the mind is working in multi-directional ways when you are singing them. Like it has to do with your raga, laya, tala, expression. Everything is working there, and that's what is happening. Like Vilambit is beautiful.
Yes, it's really beautiful. So, can you tell us, audience, more detailed about detailed aspect of Hindustani music?
Yeah, sure. There are like if you one is like Khayal Gaiki. All this what you have just shown is Willem Badakyal and Chodakyal, as I explained before. Also, there are Lagu Shastriya varieties in even Hindustani too. Like you have Ghazal, Tumri, Dadra, Hori, Tappa, Chaiti, varieties of other aspects in Lagu Shastri as well. They were considered Lagu Shastri in sometime back. Now they are also part of. They are part of course, always been part of the classical music.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Yeah, there are songs like ghazals are there.
Ghazals are pretty famous. Yes.
So they are, again, there is no raga structure being followed strictly. So raga can be, it could be a Sankirna raga, could be
Okay.
a part of few ragas, it can be that.
Okay.
Bhajan is another part of it. Like bhajan is also like, yeah. So the classical aspects of, in classical, one needs to adhere to the classical format, like all the swaras, all the chalan, all the importance of the every individual swaras. We have to maintain that. The weightage of the swaras are entirely different from raga to raga. So every swara is not equal in every raga. They
Oh,
are different. I mean, their frequencies may be the same. Even the
okay.
frequencies do change at times. That's another interesting part I would like to mention it here. In the olden days, they never used the harmonium.
Then?
Harmonium was introduced by French to India.
Oh,
It
okay.
is
Oh,
a
so it's a modified piano then.
harmonium is it's, of course, it's a air bellow
Yeah.
playing instrument, but again, it's an olden days used to be sarangi,
Sarangi,
or
huh?
for the shruti scale used to be shanai kind of
Chennai, huh?
things.
Yeah.
So those ones were used for accompanying. Akashwani had a ban on harmonium for some time.
Oh,
And that was things like they considered like, okay, the swaras what they used are having again the lot of if there are any, if komal and shuddha rishab, the
hmm.
range of komal and shuddha rishab, if you it's a kind of like hair split. If there are like closer to the komal and shuddha ray, and komal rishabh and a surge, there is a gap between. So the smallest gaps were also being measured, which is only possible in the string instruments, where you use your fingers to move and grab those tiny differences in those this one. So coming back to this one, like harmonium was again those small swaras. I mean, every swaras are not again having the same equal importance in every raga. There could be omitted swaras, there
Okay.
could be the same swara can be little shorter or more. So
More
of
longer.
course,
Okay.
yeah, they are always having different values in different ragas.
Oh, very interesting. Never knew about. I always thought harmonium as Indian instrument. Never thought it was
Oh
taken
yeah,
from
we
French.
have made a lot of instruments to our Indian. We have adapted. We have been, yeah,
Can you name few just for the knowledge sake?
for the same, like violin. Violin is was never in it, is just entered. So mandolin, violin,
Mandolin
saxophone,
is fine, but wasn't
saxophone.
violin was there from a very long time, like Pitil
Yeah,
Chaudhaya and all they used to play.
yeah, but it is a Western instrument.
Okay, okay.
So we had Dilruba, Sarangi, Shanai, and all these instruments. Sitar is used to be there. Veena is original.
Veena is also, yeah, Veena is always, yeah.
So these are all our ancient instruments. Again, like we have adapted a lot of Western instruments to our music as well. So our music has, I would say, it has become richer by adapting those
Yes,
newer
definitely
instruments.
it has.
The creativity has grown, and it has, multifolded, and then a lot of people have found. I mean, and now even recently, I have seen someone using the piano to the Indian classical music too, like so, which is another.
It's,
It's been always evolving.
yeah, I mean, piano to Indian, I mean, Carnatic music or even Hindustani music, it's really surprising.
It is. It is. It is. But it is.
Oh,
People are
okay.
always creative.
Oh, wow. Wow. So, before going ahead, I want to listen to your concert one more time. Uh, That was really amazing. Uh,
Thank you.
Can you tell me more about this raga?
This is Patdeep. Patdeep is very close to Bhimpalasi, another raga.
Mhm.
Is out of Sampurna. Aro has got 5 notes and Auro has got all the 7 notes, like that. Uh, Paddeep is in Bhimpalasi rag. If you make the Komal Nishad to the Shuddha Nishad, then it becomes a Paddeep. So
Okay.
it's quite a younger raga,
Okay.
and it's like maybe around 60 years of time, like it's compared to our all other numerous old ragas. This is quite a young raga, but I like this raga. I mean, it's a very beautiful. It has the, kind of like that temperament. Where, of course, many ragas are that way. But yeah, it's an afternoon raga, and very beautiful with Shuddha Nishad. That's I like that way. I should like.
Uh, the reason I asked is I know most of big composers like Ilaiyaraaja, A.R. Rahman. They use this raga for in most of the movies as well.
Oh, nice to
Am I
know.
correct? Am I correct?
Maybe right, maybe right, maybe right. A lot of
Okay.
ghazals are there in this Pardeep as well. Like, yeah, it
Okay.
is.
Because was talking to someone very long back when this movie came Rockstar. Rockstar, if I guess I might be telling
Mhm,
this.
mhm,
Ranveer Singh's movie where he'll
mhm.
be a rock star. In
Yeah.
that, I heard one of the song was based on this raga.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
It quite possible. Quite possible. It is very beautiful raga. I mean, it is a very. You have lots of room to expression, and a lot of things can be done with these ragas. Like, yeah, I would.
because I know Ilaiyaraaja has used this raga in some of his in his music composition, where SPB and Janaki has sung, but I'm not able to recall what song is this.
Uh-huh.
But it's one of the very famous raga that most of the music directors use it in their music composition. So just wanted to know more about this raga as well.
Yeah, true. It is quite widely used in all formats of music, well, whether it's classical or lagu shastri, anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we end our today's session, can you tell us what it takes for a younger generation to learn a Hindustani music?
Dedication, hard work, patience,
No,
patience.
see, usually most of them think if I learn a fair bit, I'll be able to, we can become a singer. So, singing a movie song, you listen to it and you'll be able to sing because you have lyrics and you can pick up the song
That's
because
what
most of the times the rhythms are catchy. But
I
that's not the case when it comes to Hindustani
no.
music.
No, it is not. Like I said, like, yeah, I had that gap in my career life too, like musical career too. Like, and then when I came back to Toronto, I could find my Guruji Narendra Datarji. Like, I had been like my daughter. I have put her to the class, but again, I have continued myself to learn too. I have uh, so I had more time to invest in myself. So that's one advantage I consider. Though I was in Pune for 13 years, I was listening to the music, I was attending the concert, but I never had a chance to um, put more into myself, the music, and grow, which Toronto has given me, and
That opportunity.
that opportunity to grow for myself. Though that's what it is. I have put time. I have dedicatedly made time to practice. So this is what I mean. You can pick up the music, but you need to spend time with it, and you need to have that kind of like it is. See, music is Shravana Vidya. It comes by listening, and unlike your dance is drashya sadrishya, so you need to visualization. So
Realize it.
it's to be heard, listened, and enjoyed. So the more you listen, the better you are. Even if you are not practicing, I suggest my students, some for some circumstances you are not able to practice, but don't stop listening.
Listening. Mm.
Never stop listening. Okay, you keep listening to it. So sometimes that's what, if you go to Dharwad or Pune, you will find lot of learned audiences there in those areas. So sometimes they are better than the new year for
New
performance.
perform.
Like they know the raga and the structure, presentation, everything so well. So uh, so it is like you listen to them. The more you listen, I mean, the better you are. I would say that, like, it is, one has to invest time in listening, of course. Hard work is part of anything you do. It's, we all feel good about listening and feeling, experiencing the melody part, emotion part, everything, but there is a huge part which is a hard work. Any artist has got hard work. It's okay. Some are blessed with
Voice.
voice and talent, but again, there is hard work. There is hard work to grow if they want to grow, of course. So that is what I would suggest all the youngsters need to do some hard work and be patient. The results will happen over the period. It may not be instant. So, but it will happen. But need to be patient with the music. Keep listening. Um,
Thank you. So today we are going to end our session. If anyone wants to learn Hindustani music from Vinayak Hegde, do contact us. We will give you the contact information of Vinayak Hegde. You can go and learn Hindustani music. No matter wherever, which corner of Canada you're in, he is offering online classes. You can go and learn Hindustani music from him. And I know he's one of the best teacher
thank
in
you.
GTA. Before, I hope you all enjoyed today's show. We did got a lot of comments from our audience as well. Poonam ji says music or any creation things were considered hobby back then. Yes, back then, yes, those were only hobby, and no one thought of making it as a mainstream profession.
No.
Very few had a courage of making it a mainstream career. And our Facebook users say it's awesome. Thanks for joining our show. If you have liked and enjoyed the show, please like and share it with your friends. uh, I hope even we had a nice time having Vinayak Hegde in our show. It's a pleasure and honor to have him on our show. So
Thank
by
you.
saying
It's
this,
my
I'm going
pleasure.
to end today's show. Good night. Shubhratri.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, Soumya.
Hi Sushmita, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. What a fantastic show. I watched the whole thing from the backstage. It was a wonderful show. I just quickly want to pop in and say something.
Sure,
Did
sure.
you attend the yesterday's Panorama India Drive to parade?
I was at the venue. Unfortunately, couldn't be part of the drive-through, but I watched it online on Facebook and YouTube. And
Yeah.
yeah, uh, I was there to perform, but I did watch it on YouTube and Facebook.
So I just want to quickly say that, guys, Radio Risham was a part of Panorama India Drive to Parade in a lot of ways. Sushmita choreographed Nagaland and Kerala dances. Fantastic. Like, watching Nagaland was a complete treat. I'm going to share the videos on our Dishum page. You have to watch it. Kerala was beautiful too. Apart from that, we did eight other dance performances. All of them were folk dance performances. But we also did put two floats together. One of them was Northeast of India, representing eight states, and the second one was Uttar Pradesh. So I really want you guys to vote for both these states, because it will be very helpful for us to get some votes. We did put in a lot of effort, so your votes will help us win. And if you think that, if just in case if you want to know how the float was looking, I can share a bunch of pictures with you now to show you how the float was looking. I'm trying to show you. So this is one picture here, right here. And there are some behind the scenes pictures as well, but let me show you some great pictures as well. So we tried to go with the theme of showcasing a green village basically. This is another one. So we tried to kind of create a village look. And if if you see, there's a wife serving food to the husband as well in the scene somehow. I don't know how that happened. We didn't intend that to happen, but that did happen. So please, guys, if you have not already seen it, I'm going to share a video. I'm going to share pictures. Please do see it and vote for us. We have two floats, northeast of India and Uttar Pradesh. Please go and go ahead and vote for the two. I'm going to come live tomorrow. Do join me on my live as well.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you for giving me the platform to ask for votes on your show, Sushmita.
Actually, there was a lot of problem last week also. I don't know, there is some network issue at sharp 8 o'clock. By
Yeah.
between 8 to 8:30, I'll have lot of trouble. Even last Monday, I had the same problem. It took like almost 15-20 minutes for me to log in. And then that said, I cannot go live. And I had to drop the show and I have to redo it again on Tuesday. I had the same problem today as well. So don't know what is that magic 8 to 8:30 thing with my internet is.
You should switch your time to 9 o'clock now.
Uh,
So
yeah,
thank
I
you for
don't have a
letting
problem
me.
back at 9 again then.
Definitely. So see you guys tomorrow at 9 o'clock. For now,
Yes,
thank you so much for letting me jump on your show. Thank you so much,
thank
Sushmita.
you. Thank you for joining and having my back, Soumya.
Oh my God, you're so sweet. Thank you and Radio Dishum, guys.
Bye, good night, and Dishub.